boys and girls. I'm Mrs. Lehman from Towson Presbyterian, and this is my little friend Julie. And she is so happy to see you here today. She loves stories, and she thought this one was particularly good. Yes, it's called Tessa's Tip-Tapping Toes. Julie, do you have tip-tapping toes? Let me see. Oh, they kind of make a soft sound when they tap on my computer. How about on the table? Oh, a soft sound. Well, I'm going to put you down for a minute, Julie, so you can listen to the story with the boys and girls. Tessa's Tip-Tapping Toes by Carolyn Crimmy and illustrated by Marcia Gray Carrington. Tessa's Tip-Tapping Toes. I hear lots of T sounds when I say that. See if you can say it. Tessa's Tip-Tapping Toes. Say it a little bit faster. Tessa's Tip-Tapping Toes. Oh my goodness. Tessa had swinging arms and skipping feet and tip-tapping toes. She was built to dance. Most mice scurried along floorboards and ledges, trying not to be seen. Not Tessa. She boogied and bopped and shimmied and hopped. She flounced and bounced and never scurried. You want to see her? She moves in lots of different ways. You can move in lots of ways too. Tessa, stop twirling so, her mother said. Tessa would try to stop with every ounce of her bebopping, hip-hopping heart. But when her toes weren't tip-tapping, they felt all wrong. At night, Tessa and her family raided Mrs. Timboni's kitchen, hunting for crumbs. But instead of hurrying and scurrying, Tessa juggled jelly beans and sashayed with salt shakers. She loved to tap dance across the teapot, wearing her bottle cap, slippers. Clickety-clack, clack, Tessa danced. Then one day, Mrs. Timboni got a cat. His name was Oscar, and his head was filled with songs. Most cats like dozing on windowsills or curling up on fresh piles of laundry. Not this cat. Interesting. Not Oscar. He crooned on the kitchen counters. He sang in the sinks, and he trilled on the dining room table. Oscar, stop that racket, cried Mrs. Timboni. What will all the neighbors think? Oscar tried stopping with every ounce of his sing-songing humdinger of a heart. But when his tongue wasn't trilling, it felt all wrong. So wait a minute. Tessa liked to dance, and this cat Oscar likes to sing. What do you think could happen? Tell somebody or think of it yourself and let's find out. Well, as soon as Tessa's mother heard Oscar's crooning, she worried that the new cat would catch her dancing daughter. You must be more careful, she told Tessa. No more bounding, no leaping, No spinning. From now on, you will scamper and scurry like a proper mouse. So Tessa hurried and scurried. She skittered and scampered. She stayed low to the ground and didn't make a sound. But it was hard. It was so hard. When she heard Oscar's songs, Tessa bit her tail to keep her from dancing. Poor Tessa. She really likes to dance. Within a week, the neighbors complained about Oscar. Mrs. Timboni worried that they would ask her to get rid of her chorusing kitty. Well, you must be more careful, she told Oscar. No more singing. No crooning or caterwauling. From now on, you will nap, chase mice like a proper cat. So Oscar napped until noon and dozed right through dinner. At night, he chased the hurrying, scurrying mice right back into their holes. But it was hard, so hard. When he heard the skitter-scamper of little mice feet, Oscar bit his tongue to keep from singing. He can't sing. Then spring came. Dozens of daffodils danced in the yard, and green leaves rustled in the breeze. Tess watched the daffodils sway. She longed to dance, but she remembered her mother's warning, and she kept very still. Oscar listened to the leaves rushing and swishing. He longed to sing, but he remembered Mrs. Timboni's warning, and he kept silent. Do you see them sitting in their house? Very still and very quiet. Something has to change. Poor cat and the poor mouse. Let's see. Until one night, when Oscar was awakened by the ting, 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 the sound of the rain on the roof, Oscar's tongue twitched, his throat throbbed, and his teeth chattered, and his lips quivered. Before he knew it, a song sprang right out of his mouth. Do wappa wappa do wappa wappa do wappa wappa, he sang. Do lang do, do lang do. There it is, him singing all across the room. You could hear it with your ears all over the house. That same sliver of a song wove its way into Tessa's dreams. Her tail curled, her fingers snapped, her head bebopped, and her toes tip-tapped. Without opening her eyes, she waltzed toward the sound. Look. What do you think's gonna happen? Tell somebody. The rain poured down harder and harder, and Oscar sang louder and louder. Diddle diddle dee dee, diddle diddle dee dee, diddly wop wop, diddly wop wop. Tessa frolicked and frisked. In time to the song, she danced around and around until she lost her balance. Oh no! And bumped into Oscar's food bowl with a clatter. Oh my goodness. Let's see what happens. Suddenly, Tessa woke up. Oscar stopped singing. He spun his nose toward the noise. Cat and mouse stood there staring at each other. All was quiet except for the rain on the roof. That's what started it all. Only one thing came to Tessa's mind. Before Oscar could twitch a whisker, Tessa tip-tapped her toes in time to the ring. Oscar's mouth dropped open. Tessa wiggled her middle to the clap of thunder. Oscar shook his head and blinked. Look at her little toes dancing on the dish. Tessa burst into an all-out rock and roll boogie-woogie hip-hop two-step combo. Oscar watched with eyes wide. Finally, he cleared his throat and belted out a rowdy, righteous tune just right for dancing. Tessa moved to the groove, up and down, around and round, jump and shout and kick it out. Swing, swoosh, shake it loose. She felt so good she couldn't stop, even if she tried. What do you think, Julie? She likes it so far. Well, Tessa's mother crept carefully out of her hole. "Tessa, stop!" she whispered, but Tessa couldn't hear her. Her feet kept dancing to Oscar's song. Then Mrs. Timboni rushed down into the kitchen in her bathrobe. "Oscar, stop!" she pleaded, but Oscar could not hear her. He kept singing to Tessa's dancing. Before long, Tessa's mother's tail started to twitch, and she tapped her tiny toes. Then Mrs. Timboni's throat started to itch. She hummed a little tune. Soon everyone was dancing and singing with Oscar's song. Do-um-doodle-bang, doodle-doodle-doo. By the time the neighbors called to complain, no one could hear the phone ring. They danced hippity-hop-hop and they sang doodle-wop-wop all night long. I like that story. Julie, how did you like that story? Let's see if Julie liked the story. She liked it a lot, and she wants you to keep on dancing and keep on singing. Have a good day, boys and girls.